So we're living in a crazy time where the AI and tech industry is going to experience the equivalent of 20,000 years of growth in the next 100 years alone. But what does this mean for us agency owners and service providers? Well, it will be the businesses that can adapt the best that will survive. If you want to be a survivor, just watch the next 15 minutes with a notepad and I'll explain exactly what you need to do going into 2025. Drop a like and subscribe, and let's jump straight into the whiteboard.
So a lot of agency owners are going to be left behind because the market is changing exponentially. Now, there is going to be the equivalent of 20,000 years of progress in the 21st century alone, right? And 90% of the world's data has literally been generated within the past 2 years. So if you don't watch this video, you will get left behind. And those that understand what I'm going to share in this video will win, I promise you. So let me walk you through very quickly the old way of doing business and getting clients if you are a service provider. So typically you would chase prospects, you would do cold emails, cold DMs, cold calling. And I want to ask you a question. How has that served you so far in your journey? Probably not the best. And you offer a commoditized service like Facebook ads or Google ads or maybe content management, right? Very overexposed in the market. You then charge a retainer model, $2,000 a month, $1,000 a month. You have to deliver month after month, right? So you can never exit and just leave the hamster wheel. And you're left with low lifetime value, meaning clients, don't pay you very much compared to a company like Apple that has, tens of thousands of dollars worth in LTV. Same with Starbucks. And you're stuck in a hamster wheel below 20K per month. And even if you do scale above 20K per month, it's going to be like a living hell because I've been in that position before. When I ran my virtual assistant agency done for you, we would find appointment setters and virtual assistants in the Philippines, train them, place them into coaching, clients' businesses, and it was a mess, right? I literally had to pay a VA to pay the other VAs. Think about how wild that is. But here is the new way, right? Dream clients come to you, and if you watch this video, you can understand how this will work. So keep watching. Dream clients will come to you, right? You're going to offer some free automation, free value, an audit, just like what YouTube, Google, Meta, they make their platforms free. Every big software makes their platforms free for a reason. They want to bring the total addressable market onto their platform to be able to collect data, provide value, and then get them hooked and make money through advertising streams, right? And you need to be doing the same, which you will understand if you watch this video all the way through. So you gain trust, right, by doing the free work, and we're going to automate it so it's not like you have to deliver anything. So it's literally a glitch, and then that will allow you to literally collect more money up front, right, in terms of a pay in full. So instead of the typical retainer model, which is month after month, you can just charge for 3, 6, 12 months up front, and clients would be willing to do that, and it's a complete win-win. You get more money, they're more invested in your offer, and you're going to get better results for them. And you can hire better talent. And then you simply install AI solutions, right, into their business, depending on what they need help with. And then you can exit. And this leaves you with a high lifetime value, which is the opposite, obviously. And it's easy to scale because we actually do get to exit the fulfillment part, which you couldn't before, right? But this still allows us to get paid because we let the automations do the work, right? Recurring revenue requires recurring work. But literally, you got to understand the recurring work doesn't have to be you delivering. It can be the automation AI delivering for you because it's now a part of your client's business. So let's dive a bit deeper, right? What do you actually sell? Well, one thing is for certain. Businesses will always need more leads, customers, and attention. So you can continue to have your Facebook ads, Google ads. I'm not saying you have to completely remove it from your offer. You just need to install AI and automation into their business as well. So it now becomes a sticky service, right? Ideally get them set up on a CRM as well, right? If you can set them up in Go High Level or Salesforce or whatever you use as a CRM, now it's actually a part of their business that they use every single day, just like YouTube or Apple. That's why they're the biggest company in the world. You use it every single day, right? But the business owner is typically the constraint when you run these types of growth offers. But the best part is now with AI, you can quite literally clone their voice through 11 Labs. You can create their content scripts, ad scripts, everything through AI, ChatGPT, all that good stuff. And you can actually, clone their voice and then have B-roll in the ad or the content as well. So it kind of removes the owner from the process whilst allowing you to get attention around them and their offer, right? So here's the key part of this video, because I just wanted to explain the old way versus the new way, but now let's actually get into the 3 fundamental things that you need to adapt if you are going to survive, right? Very, very important you keep watching. So the first one is going to be attention. The second thing is going to be sales process, and then fulfillment, right? I'm going to explain what you need to be doing going into 2025. So if we look at the 2 fastest, or not the 2 fastest, but if we look at Sabri Subi, who runs the fastest growing agency in Australia, I think he's made about $7 billion for his clients. He's a Shark Tank investor. You'll notice that he does something, right, that you probably aren't, which I'm going to explain in a second. Same with Ryan Pineda, right? He helps real estate agents, right, become celebrities, grow their brand. I think it's a done with you model, but he runs a done for you model and a done with you model. So this is literally agency owners who are, just like you pretty much. And I want to, you can understand that these people, right, they're educators. They aren't just doing cold calling or cold emailing, which you probably are and failing at. They educate their market and their niche, allowing them to get a better market positioning. And then when they do direct response advertising, like cold DMs, cold emailing, like what I just said, it will work 100 times better because they're already an authority in their niche, which you aren't. So you need to raise your market positioning, because it's not what you say, it's who you are. You could reach out with the exact same message as me, but the only difference is I've got followers, I've got social proof, which are my followers. I've got the advantage over you, even though we have the exact same offer. And you could even have a better fulfillment process. You could have better reviews. But if you don't get enough attention and authority around you, it's not going to work. So yeah, why are these people educating? Well, let's simply compare direct response. If you don't know what direct response is, it's basically like you saying to me, book a call below, or typically in a paid ad it would be direct response, unless it's a more educating ad. But yeah, it's mainly where you try and book a call, right? So you get the person you want to target to do something below. So it could be cold DMs, cold calling. You get the point. But let's compare direct response to inbound, like YouTube, like what I'm doing right now. So I'm practicing what I'm preaching. You've got the show up rate. What do you think is going to be a higher show up rate? People who book through cold DMs, cold calling, cold emails, or through YouTube? Obviously it's YouTube. The closing rate, right? Which one has a higher closing rate? Obviously appointments that get booked through YouTube. Lower refund rate, YouTube. Lower churn rate, YouTube. Lifetime value, YouTube. So what this means is that not only does the acquisition channel affect how you get clients, right? Because it will obviously be easier if you get a lot of attention through organic, but it also affects how long you keep clients on the back end. Because what this means is that if a client signs with you through like YouTube or Instagram, Spotify, some type of inbound funnel, they're actually going to want to work with you and want you to help them make it work. Compared to like direct response, they don't really care. And typically it's not the best relationship because they don't like you. So it literally improves all of these metrics, every metric possible in business pretty much, right? So YouTube and content wins out of all of them. But don't worry, right? If you're like, oh, I don't want to create content, or I don't want it to be the only thing I do, you don't have to rely on content, right? I just need you to post a few times per week. It simply acts as an amplifier, right? Meaning if you were to do outreach after posting a few times per week for, let's say, 6 months, you will get such better results with your outreach campaigns. So it's insane. And just to put it into perspective, each subscriber that I get on YouTube makes me about $10 to $20 because we're in the B2B space. You don't need thousands of views. You just need a few hundred views. But nonetheless, and subscribe whilst you're at it. But now let's look at the sales process, right? So how would I recommend selling someone on an AI solution? Well, I would personally go for a 2-call close. Now, one of the benefit is if they booked through YouTube, like what I'm telling you to do, or Instagram or another, it doesn't have to be YouTube. It could be another, inbound platform. It could be Spotify, it could be, live streams is another really good one that is criminally underrated. But let's say you do book an appointment, and just a bit of extra value. If you're struggling to get appointments, let's say you aren't booking any appointments per week, or you're booking less than 3 appointments per week, offer free shit to get them on the appointment, please, right? You got to understand that people love free stuff. That's why you're watching this video. And if you can lead with value, right, and explain to them that you're going to, I don't know, let's say create their next 10 content scripts or hooks for free, and then once they respond positively, you then just ask them to hop on a call so you can ask them a few questions about their business. Very simple, right? That will allow you to get more appointments. And then from that point on, you can then just audit their business, provide value. I would honestly just go for a low pressure call, right? Which you can even leverage in the front end, right? If you're sending DMs after creating content and stuff, you can quite literally say to them, look, you can leave your credit card at home. I'm not going to pitch you. This is purely just for me to give you value and to show you how good I am at what I do, right? If you send that as a voice note or a follow-up, right, it's gonna allow you to solve the trust crisis that we're in. But in terms of the 2-call close, as I said, the first one is auditing their business, and this will allow you to kind of follow up with them, or you ideally schedule a second call on the call, ideally. So it could be in 48 hours or whatever, or you could just close them in one call, right? You could audit their business and be like, hey, look, I've got the perfect solution. I'm going to write you your next 30 content and ad scripts. We're going to run some retargeting. You get the point, right? You can have different packages, but if you want, you can close them in one call, which is the benefit of, inbound, right? It's a shorter sales cycle massively. Like, I've closed people in the DMs. I'm not even exaggerating. It's crazy. But if you wanted to, you could do a 2-call close where, you audit their business, and then you go into the pricing and the investments and the offer, the guarantee in the second call. I would honestly combine it into one if you can. But you have this in your back pocket if you can't, or let's say they only have 20 minutes or so, you can do this. But that is the sales process, and ideally you would leverage something free in this process to get them onto the call, just like what Facebook would do in terms of create your profile, right? They literally make their platform free and then make money off you. So that would be the ideal model, right? Offer something free in terms of the attention part when you create your content, when you do your outreach, and then get them on the call to solve the trust crisis. And then when they're on the call, you can give value, and then you can set up a second call or just close them on the first call. And then in terms of fulfillment, because I don't want to make this video too long, this is by far the best part. So I might have mentioned this earlier, but recurring revenue typically requires recurring work. For you to get paid $1,000 or $2,000 every single month, you typically have to be delivering value every single month. And what happens is, in the client's psyche, right, in their brain, if the value that you provided this month is less than last month, that is when they will cancel. But the best part about this whole thing is that you don't have to be on a hamster wheel anymore, constantly having to deliver value, because we place AI systems and automations into their business that does the reoccurring work for us. And their whole business should run through it. Like, if you set up, let's say, a DM automation, right? Just if you go to my Instagram, you can see that I have a keyword in my bio saying, DM me the word, I don't know, whatever, scale, and I'll send you something for free. If you set that up on their Instagram, the leads go through every day, and maybe you run some Instagram ads to their profile, it's now a part of their business. They're not just going to not pay you whatever your fee is, right? Because they use it every day, just like you use your iPhone every day, and that's why Apple's the biggest company in the world. So it does the recurring work for you, allowing you to exit the service delivery whilst continuing to get paid. Whereas before, with your old offer, for whether it's content or whatever, that wasn't an option. And in terms of the pricing structure, because I know a lot of you are going to have this as a question, like, what should I even charge? And I'll go a bit more into what to actually offer in a second, but pricing, right? You can get a pay in full if they come through inbound, and ideally they like, know, and trust you before the call, because the prospect's perception of you before the meeting is way more important than what happens on the meeting. You can play that back because you need to understand that. But anyway, you could charge, like, let's say 3 months in advance. So if you charge, let's say 1K a month, instead of you getting 1K every month for, let's say, 3 months, and that's how long clients stay with you for, you can just make it like 4K one time, and then after the 4K or after the 4 months or whatever I said, you can then just downsell them into a monthly plan, right? It could be 250, 500 a month, depending on your niche. It could be 1,000 a month, way more even. But I do like the idea of getting paid a lot and then monthly on the back end, right? Which will typically actually increase LTV, because it's been proven, like even with my data, if clients pay more upfront and then they're on a lower plan after, the churn will be very, very low compared to if you just put people on a monthly plan. It's going to be quite high, right? Because they're not as invested in the process. Now, in terms of what to actually offer and what I think is going to be valuable in 2025, it's going to be a growth offer. Like what I mentioned, you can still run Facebook ads, just don't make it your whole offer, right? So it'd be pairing a traffic source, ideally one that's best for the client. So let's say you're working with roofing, you can still run your Google automation as a free lead, your Google review automation as a free lead magnet to get them on the call, right? And then you can have your main offer as Google ads or SEO, and then you need to place AI into their business, right? It could be anything. It could be an AI voice caller. It could be like a DM automation. It could be on the back end. But I like the idea of kind of being a partner. I wouldn't necessarily sell yourself as an agency. I think very, very overexposed nowadays. Sell yourself as a partner, right? That you're gonna partner with them. It's more professional, and you're gonna be kind of unproductized. I think you have to do the unscalable to get to a point where you are, you can scale and you have clients. So I wouldn't be fixated on the perfect productized offer if you don't have any clients. I would kind of mold yourself to the clients, see what they need in their business, and learn how to provide AI into that specific problem to solve it, right? I think that is the ultimate thing that you can be doing, molding yourself to your clients' problems and learning an absolute ton about how to solve that. And I think if you can do that, you get multiple clients, you'll find patterns in your market around what common problems are. For some industries, it could be client acquisition. For others, it could be retention, right? So, obviously you can productize once you have 5+ clients, but when you're starting, mold yourself to the clients. You'll become more valuable by doing so. You can charge more and you'll gain way more experience. So hopefully this video helped. I'm excited to share some very, very valuable videos coming soon on my channel. So drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy and have an amazing day. I'll put a link in the description you can check out either, to get more support or to whatever. But take it easy and have a great day.